Okay, so today we're doing a deep dive on a piece of gear that solves a problem we've all had. You know, that moment of panic in a conference room with a fistful of cables.
Right, the presentation panic.
Exactly. We're looking at the Key Digital KD-X2X1WDTX. It's a wall plate switcher, but our mission here is to figure out how they cram 18 gigs of bandwidth and 4K video into something that, well, looks like a light switch.
It's all about making the tech disappear while meeting some pretty heavy demands. You just want to plug in and have it work.
So let's start with just that, the physical design. It's a wall plate.
Yeah, it fits a standard US dual gang box. So think of a double electrical outlet, brushed aluminum faceplate.
The idea is to have it blend into the room, not scream tech hardware.
That's the whole point of good AV infrastructure, right? It should be invisible until you need it. And what you have right on that plate are the two inputs you actually need today.
HDMI and DisplayPort.
Yep. That covers, what, 99% of the laptops people are bringing into meetings?
I'd say so. But the real usability win here is the auto sensing. You plug something new in and the plate just knows. It switches automatically.
That is the zero-touch experience. The presenter doesn't have to hunt for a remote. They don't have to call IT. They just plug in and their presentation is up on the screen. It just works.
Though, for those who want it, there is a manual push button right on the front.
Of course. You always need a manual override.
Let's get into the specs, though. The 18G in the name. That stands for 18 gigabits per second.
And that's the magic number. That's the bandwidth you need for true, uncompromised Ultra HD 4K, but at 60 frames per second.
So smooth motion?
Smooth motion, plus support for things like HDR10 and Dolby Vision. Now, you might think that's overkill for an Excel spreadsheet.
Right.
But if you're a creative agency reviewing footage or in medical imaging where color and detail are absolutely critical, it's not overkill. It's a requirement.
And keeping that signal stable over a long cable run is the hard part. Key Digital talks about their full buffer system here.
This is the secret sauce. The wall plate isn't just a dumb pass-through. It's actively reclocking the TMDS signal.
Okay, what does that mean in simple terms?
It means it's cleaning up the digital signal and regenerating it before it even sends it down the wire. This is what stops those dreaded handshake failures.
Yeah, the black screen, the flickering.
Exactly. The plate manages the whole HTTP authentication. That's the copyright check. So the negotiation between your laptop and the display is almost instant.
And I see that extends to the audio, too. It supports lossless formats. Dolby True HD, DTS HD master audio.
Yeah, which means this little wall plate is actually capable enough for a high-end screening room, not just your typical huddle space.
So once the signal is all buffered and cleaned up, you still have to get it to the projector or the display, which might be across the room.
And that's where HDBT comes in. This unit can push that full 4K signal up to 40 meters, about 121 feet.
Over standard network cable.
Yes, over a simple SICK T5E or CT6 cable. That's a huge deal for installers. You're not trying to pull thick, expensive HDMI cables through walls.
Looking at the back of it, there's no port for a power adapter.
Ah, yeah. That's power over HDBT, or PoH. Another win for the installer.
So it's getting its power from the other end of that network cable?
Correct. The receiver unit, which is probably sitting in an equipment rack somewhere, sends power back to the wall plate. No bulky power brick to hide in the wall. Just keeps the whole setup clean.
And for bigger automated rooms, it looks like it has control inputs. I see bidirectional RS-232 and an IR sensor.
Right, so it can be fully integrated into a Crestron or Control4 system. The wall plate becomes part of the room's larger brain.
So really, this thing is a bridge. It bridges that gap between dead simple user interaction, just plugging in a cable, and the really complex technical backend needed for 4K video.
It's all that invisible engineering that makes technology feel easy, makes the tech work for you, instead of, you having to fight the tech.
So here's a thought to leave you with. The next time you're in a modern meeting room and you plug your laptop into the wall and your presentation just appears, take a second. Think about all the digital handshaking, signal reclocking, and buffering that's happening behind that little aluminum plate in a fraction of a second to make that possible. Thanks for joining this deep dive.